Hello, everybody. I hope you are having a nice Tuesday. I can never remember what day it is. But I just wanted to come on here. 7 years ago, I was actually probably more. 8 years ago, I wanted to escape my life, and it's really hard to admit that, but I know that everyone here, it's a safe space, and I want you all listening in that if you're struggling to know that you're not alone. I've been in that really hard place with a child with ADHD, and I remember what it's like to wake up sort of dreading the day ahead. What mood was my was my son going to be in? And look, don't get me wrong, I love my family. I have two boys and an amazing husband, but during that time, my oldest son was diagnosed with ADHD, and his symptoms were out of control, and his ADHD dictated everything we did, and our entire family walked on eggshells around my son because we never knew when he might blow up over something that was so small. He was hyperactive all the time, like literally was bouncing off the walls, and he couldn't keep his hands to himself. He talked non-stop. I mean, my brain used to explode, and his emotions were all over the place. And so I know there are many out there that can relate to this, and if you can, just drop a me in the comments below so we all know we're not alone with these challenges. It's really, really helpful when you know that you're not alone, and that's one of the main things that when I speak to families, they feel like they're the only ones going through this. So drop a me in the comments below to let others in this community know that they're not alone. When I was going through it, I was miserable, and so were my family. Now, with last weekend being Mother's Day, it really got me thinking about one Mother's Day years ago that was just plain awful. It was probably about 8 or 9 years ago, and my son was literally off all day long. He was impulsive and he was angry. And even though my husband tried to make the day special for me, I went to bed in tears that night. I actually ended up leaving the house late in the afternoon and just said to my husband, you know what I want today? I actually just want to go to a restaurant by myself, have dinner, and just relax. And it's hard to celebrate Mother's Day when you feel like a complete failure as a mom, and that's exactly how I felt that year. And I've had that feeling many, many times, and I'm sure a lot of you out there can relate. I just felt like a failure, like there was nothing to celebrate. And if you're listening in today and you had a Mother's Day like that this year, I want you to know that you are definitely not alone. I felt the same thing years ago. I also want you to know that you are amazing. Parenting a child with ADHD is just plain hard, and whether you feel like it or not, you are the best person for the job of raising your child. I also want you to know things can improve. With my son, when we got rid of those highly inflammatory foods and replaced them with those whole micronutrient dense foods, we really started to see those symptoms drop away. Now, my life isn't something I want to escape anymore. In fact, my son is doing so well and he's 100% medication free that I actually wake up each morning looking forward to the day. You know, interestingly, my son wakes me up every morning because he's all ready for school. He's got his lunch packed and he's ready to go off to the bus, and he tells me it's time that he's going. And this life is possible for you too. And I've seen it in nearly 1,000 other families who have followed the same steps my family took and learnt how to reduce those symptoms through food and other natural strategies. Now, I know many of you are new here, but even if you're not, you might not have watched my free masterclass where I share exactly how to reduce ADHD symptoms naturally. And honestly, you can do it at home by yourself. And so I actually lay it out for you in that masterclass. And I'd love to send that over to you if you'd like to learn what my family did and what I've helped other families do as well to get rid of their child's ADHD symptoms or to get them under control. So if you would like to watch that masterclass, and remember it's 100% free, no strings attached, just say I want the link in the comments below and we'll definitely get it out to you ASAP. But just remember, you are amazing and you are the best person to parent your child. Hopefully that was a little bit helpful for you today, and hopefully it makes you feel like you are not alone and there is something out there that can help. Take care, and I'll talk to you all soon.